Then everyone stand up, put your hands together. J. Roddy Walston and the business.
How is everyone? Bring their Levi's today.
All right, we're gonna play some music for you guys. It's called Numbers. Let me till you're lonely, and hate me so you won't be. Turn a blind eye. Let me get it straight then. A little love and hate then. You and I, we turn a blind eye. And you don't know, but I see it now. You say you changed, but you won't say how. Speaking white lies lately. You tell the truth, but only half maybe. Oh no, they did a number on me. You wanted to, but you're a little lazy. A company of threes in the making. I'm here for what's here for the taking. I got a 5 ring finger riding. I'm 60 in half a dozen warnings. 7 days a week, no weekends. Eliminates 9 out of 10. And I'm counting on you lately. I'm counting on you lately. On account of the way the numbers don't line now, do they? Forgive me now, 'cause I won't. You said you'd leave if I don't. And you and I, we turned a blind eye. Now I know you see it too. Say you change, but you never do. White lies lately. You tell the truth, but only half maybe. Oh no, they did a number on me. You wanted to, but you're a little lazy. A company of threes in the making. I'm here for what's here for the taking. I got a 5 ring finger riding. I'm 60 and half a dozen warnings. 7 days a week, no weekends. Eliminates 9 out of 10. Counting on you lately. Counting on you lately. On account of the way the numbers don't line now, do they? I got a white lie now I use on myself. I got another white lie for everyone else. You just know the words, you don't know what they mean. And I don't need the truth, just give me something I believe. 'Cause the numbers don't lie now, do they? Numbers don't lie now, do they? Same amount that you gave me, it took to pay to love you, baby. Thank you. Ooh. All right, this song is off our last record. It's called Take It As It Comes. I'm in a family and I call it mine. Start it up, gotta take it as it comes. You gotta take it as it comes. You gotta make your final run. You gotta take it as it comes. Well, I got no place to go. I got no other life I know. I put the bullet in the gun. You gotta take it as it comes. I'm just a dead girl, bony tree. Don't blame the tools, dear. Blame the hands that made it. And I felt some knocked up. Blood breath, feel the dudes were tight. Girls feel the creative curse. Been about to make a life. Friends, can you feel me vibrate? Such a strange way. You gotta take it as it comes. You gotta take it as it comes. You gotta make your final run. You gotta take it as it comes. Well, I got no place to go. I got no other life I know. I put the bullet in the gun. You gotta take it as it comes. Two losers formed in your bedroom with a secret. You'll fix it all with your mother's milk, no regret. And now the harmonic kiss of hearing aids humming. This is the end of the dawn of dementia. It has come. You gotta take it as it comes. 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 You gotta take it, you gotta take it. You gotta take it, you gotta take it. You gotta take it, take it, take it as it comes. You gotta take it as it comes. You gotta take it as it comes. You gotta take it by the road. You gotta take it as it comes.
Total awesomeness, right? J. Roddy Walston in the business, everybody. You guys mentioned you have a new record coming out. On the scale of 1 to 10, the anxiety level, is that a 13, 14?
I don't know about anxiety. I'm just ready to get it out. We've been working on it. We worked on it for about a year and a half, and then timing, schedule, promotions, all that stuff. It's been another 6 months of kind of just sitting on it. So
yeah, it's
ready
an
for the
exciting
world
time.
to get it. Yeah.
The title is so ominous. It's so vicious.
Yeah.
Destroyers of the soft life. Yeah. I mean, I sit there and I was thinking, like, what does that mean? Does it mean, like, get hardcore, work hard? It's speaking to me, like, to stop sitting on the couch, get up and do something.
Yeah.
What, I mean, what is, like, is that
It's
like a battle
an email
cry?
virus.
Is it?
We've designed. No, I don't. I mean, it comes from a line in the song. The line is, "We're young destroyers of the soft life." That it kind of like got pulled from, and kind of wrote this track that was kind of like 30-year-old, all of a sudden had like a goth freak out and decided he was abandoning life, kind of thing. And
that was me. That happened to me.
Yeah. It's kind of like this thing of just the mainstream sort of like, here you go, like lofted up to you, kind of life, just squashing that and sort of checking out and trying to do something else. I mean, that's not, in the context of the record, I think it kind of has taken on a bigger meaning than, just the context of the song. But feels appropriate for the record. The record kind of has like some of the heaviest songs we've ever written, but also like some of the more intense and like tender.
Tender. If I may be so bold to say, I do think you guys wrote your best song. It's the first song on the record. You Know Me Better. Can you tell me a little bit about the back? I just love that song. It's just like the dynamics of it. Yeah. Your vocal performance is just, it's insane.
Yeah.
The music, the whole package. Like I just started the first track, and I was like, wow, like these guys just took like 7 steps up.
Yeah. That one, that was probably, I agree. That was probably like one of the first guiding lights, kind of like started down the path of writing that one, kind of like, because the chord changes on it are absolutely bonkers. Like, took me like weeks to actually get to the point where I could play it. And,
awesome.
That one probably was one of the hardest songs to actually get to come together as far as the writing goes. I mean, we sat and worked on it, and it was like, do we get rid of this part? Do we do this? Because it's kind of this almost, it comes across like just this brutal rock song almost, but it's pretty orchestrated in a way, like where everybody comes in and out and sort of the, even, that was, everything about that song was really hard fought. Like lyrically getting there, everything about it was just like a struggle, but at the same time, everybody could sense that it was going to be a special part of the record.
Yeah,
so
it's definitely a special song. I can't wait. If you guys haven't heard it, I can't wait for you guys to hear it. It's just got to be such an exciting time for the band. You guys have kind of been on a recovery from the road, from touring nonstop for a bunch of years, and these guys are super hardworking. If you don't know that, so most bands when they have a couple years off, they sit around, they smoke weed, they play video games, they just kind of like hang out with their friends, they go skateboarding. These guys got to work. They actually accomplished something that probably every band wants to do. They built their own studio. And from what I understand, I could be wrong, but you guys actually did this yourself, like the electrical and the drywall and
Yeah. We did it. We did it ourselves for sure.
Would you do it again? That's the big question. If anyone's been through like a house remodel, whether it's a bathroom or a kitchen, like you do it once and then you're like, what did I just do?
Not anytime soon, I don't think.
I think what like tricked us in or convinced us that we could do the studio is I'd get home from tour and instantly like knock down a wall at my house, and there's like that part is awesome.
Sure.
And then there's now I can see like what a room would look like. I can see that now this wall's gone. You can see like the possibility of the thing. That part's awesome. And then you get like halfway through a project and there's a deep depression where you're like, oh my God.
For me, that usually happens at my 60th trip to Home Depot, and I'm like, why did I do this?
Yeah.
Like you're finding that you have to buy like screws that you didn't know existed, and you're supposed to be just framing a wall, and then it ends up where you got to rewire and pour concrete. I mean, what was the worst part? Like, what was the one part where you guys were like, we should just call a contractor and get this done?
There was a moment when all the walls were blown out in the warehouse that was becoming our studio, and we had literally just knocked out an outside wall because we decided we were also qualified to move and install a wood-burning stove.
Awesome.
And it was the coldest winter on record in Richmond, Richmond, Virginia, and it was like, I think it was like -14 or something crazy like that. I can't remember what it was. And
It was ridiculous.
so I'm in the snow with a hole in the wall, and I start to hear the sound, and we had just finished like the drywall, and we put like the walls are all wood and all this stuff in the tracking room. I started hearing the sound. I was like, what is that? And I like literally stuck my head from in the snow outside of the building through a wall into the building, and our plumbing had exploded. And the knob to turn off the water was down past this toilet in a hole that was like 3 feet deep, and this toilet was like the train spotting toilet, basically. We hadn't tackled the bathroom yet, and I had to literally stand on my head on the toilet as water was spraying in my face to get my hand down on the thing to turn off the water. And I was just freezing, like literally ice in my beard. And I was just like, screw this place. But there was a hole in the wall, so I had to keep working.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the glamorous life of a rock star, right? That's what you picture when they're in their downtime, right? They're getting their construction hats on.
And then lots of drugs and girls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Everywhere.
all the time.
But when you're building stuff, it's drugs for different reasons. Because like you pulled a muscle in your back, from like carrying 2x4s. You're like, I never thought it would come to this. So you guys have your own space. How did that kind of change the dynamics of like writing songs and recording? I mean, that's like the band's dream.
Yeah, it definitely affected the process. We had time, I mean, there's a thing in the music industry called demoitis, which maybe people have heard of or they haven't. But basically, you write a song, you record it that first time. There's something magic about it. Everyone falls in love with it. But for some reason, it's not up to like standards. So every other time you record it after that, you're just chasing that dragon. You know, you're just, like everyone's like, oh, it's just not as good as the demo. And like, anyway, so we had gone out of our way on Essential Tremors. We recorded literally the whole thing to our phones, like to try to make them sound crappy.
Nice.
And it still kind of didn't work. Like we were still like chasing down the demo thing. So, anyways, yeah, we were able to take the time to really write, but also, you know, piece together the equipment that we wanted to use and work with, and kind of do, I think at least what has been a dream for our band the whole time, which was like, as we're writing, as we're first recording and demoing, doing studio caliber recording. So if there is that magic take,
yeah,
you can just be like, the first one's the best, and it's up to like snuff. That really changed stuff, and just being able to make mistakes and go back, like not necessarily edit mistakes, but creatively make mistakes or go down like a really weird tangent or path or whatever.
Awesome. Did you guys add anything like super crazy in the studio? Like, are there bunk beds for when I come and invade and want us to crash out? Is there like a skate, ramp? Anything kind of like over the top?
Our old writer had a thing where we wanted a picture of the first family, so there's lots of pictures of presidential families.
Oh wow, nice.
I don't know if that makes you want to come or not.
That's fascinating. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's hear some more music from. What do you say, guys? J. Roddy Walston and the Business.
Ooh, we'll play a slower one and then not a slow one. You were a midday widow. Your man scratched the earth. Your memory just serves you so as to make you wet. But your heart is free. Your heart is free. Oh yeah, but your heart is free. But your heart is free. Your heart is free. Oh yeah, but your heart is free. Your heart is free, but you're coming back to me. Said that life's rehearsal. Said you don't fear death. Said you think endurance is better than love unless your heart is free. Your heart is free. Oh yeah, unless your heart is free. Unless your heart is free. Your heart is free. Oh yeah, unless your heart is free. Your heart is free, but you're coming back to me. So your heart is free. Heart is free. No, heart is free. Oh my mind. Remember me, please remember me. I remember me. Oh my mind. Oh my mind. Why don't I? Now the end of ends, dear. Now the sun is dead. Now there is no shadow here to stand in your stead. And now your heart is free. Now your heart is free. Oh yeah, now your heart is free. And now your heart is free. Now your heart is free. Oh yeah, now your heart is free. Yeah. Thank you. Cool.
Y'all ready?
All right, this is our last song. Thanks, guys. This song too. It's called "The One Take." Don't sell a farm, yeah, believe in me. Don't break the branches of I'm made of good wood, bend but don't break. There's only so much metal suns can take. My mechanics are coping, alcohol melatonin ain't enough to get you out of my life. You can grab, you can hold it, but you're gonna let go of it. Everything about it just ain't right. So it just feels something pain on the last of your name. Can't do it all, but I wouldn't do it all the same. Heart soft on the past, but the head can't quit. Bitterness came to last. You're the one thing that I want, and the warnings all I have. There are some deeds that can be undid. There are some moral slopes that can be unsaid. Did you do right by us? Best it could be. You done no harm, but you've been no good to me. Only think you're at home when I'm making atonement. Still you gotta make up your own mind. Never gonna get free of when you're loving and need love. I return the pain you paid us in kind. So it just feels so in pain on the last of your name. Can't do it all, but I wouldn't do it all the same. Heart soft on the past, when the hurt came quick, bitterness came to last. You're the one thing that I want, and the warnings all I have. Upon the mound there was a sermon, then there was a lesson learned. If I can only touch in third person, is this cause to be concerned? I wanna know if the passage's complete, and if it was a clean divide. Is this your body? Is this where you'll sleep? I wanna love you, I wanna tell you, but I can't change my mind. So we're dead, feel thrown in pain. I'm the last of your name. I can't do it all, but I wouldn't do it all the same. Heart soft on the past, well the hurt came quick, bitterness came to last. Can't forgive and forget. You did the one thing that I had. You're the one thing that I want, and the warnings all I have. Thank you.